Hello and welcome to hankgames Without Hank. My name is John Green, manager of the AFC Wimbledon Wimbly Womblys. I don't know why we're so close on that one player's face. I think that's Oreo Baskets. I'm not even sure though, but it was very up close. No, it's Jorge Sáenz. Still, I don't really have a connection to him yet, Meredith, to be honest with you. I don't feel anything. I feel something for Cuesta Cuesta. I feel something for Meadsy. There's the DFTBA logo. Beautiful. Beautiful. I feel something for Lua Lua. Omerson, son of Omar, is my new favorite player. I feel something for the John Green, something very deep and powerful. I feel something for Raffo, but it's dislike, an intense dislike. Vinny Thrill and I feel good, feel close. Lua Lua, I love his passion and his genius. Oreo Baskets and Benjamin Sáenz, is that his name? No, it's Jorge Sáenz, and I feel nothing for him. I feel nothing for him. Period. I want to feel something for him, and maybe I will in time. But right now, in fact, let's pass the ball to him. I will say, during that close-up, I was thinking, gosh, this guy's handsome. And, you know, he seems to be pretty good on the ball. Maybe took a little bit too much of a risk there for a central defender. Hey, so I used to be in the business of solving your problems. That used to be what this YouTube channel was all about. And I wanted to solve one of those old problems today that somebody submitted because it made me sad and it made me think about my own life. And it was somebody who wrote in to say that they did not get into their dream school. And it's kind of that time of year, I guess, where people apply to college and find out if their purported dream schools love them or hate them, and it feels like, because in some ways it feels like it's going to be this huge moment in your life, this defining thing in your life. By the way, we're playing Brighton and Hove Albion. This is the kind of game we've got to win if we want to be taken seriously as Premier League challengers. To be fair, though, we did just. I'm starting to feel something for Jorge Sáenz. Look how much space he found himself in there. That was very nice. It was nicely done. He might be my new favorite player. Nope, not yet. It's not happening yet. I still love Omerson, son of Omar, the most. That was cheeky, as they say. Come on, Vinny Thrill. Vinny Thrill, not the fastest, but also not the most skilled. To John Green. Cut in, cut out, shoot, goal. Yes, Vinny Thrill's a genius. I take it all back. I was wrong, and I apologize to my friends and family. It was a great assist from Vinny Thrill. Let's see it again. Vinny Thrill. Oh, it wasn't from Vinny Thrill. It was from Lua, and it was magnificent. Great pass, great turn, great goal. It's 1-0. Really good. The goalkeeper really should have probably dove before the ball was already in the back of the net, but who am I to complain? John Green Day Bennett looking real good there. Is that moisture? The way that FIFA 18 chose to portray wetness is deeply disturbing to me. It's like they told an alien what wet skin looks like, and then the alien designed the wet skin look. And I'd rather we just had dry skin all the time than to have to look at that particular animation. Anyway. When I was in college, I did not go to like a great. I went. My college is very good. It was called Kenyon College. It's a small liberal arts school in Ohio, and it's very good. And I don't want to say like that it wasn't a good school, because it was a really good school. But it was not like a tremendously competitive school. Like it wasn't like impossible to get into. I think when I went now Kenyon has a much lower acceptance rate, but when I went there, it had like an acceptance rate of like 65%. And I didn't get into several colleges that I probably would have gone to if I had gotten in, I applied to Emory in Atlanta, which, oh, wow, that was a really nice job. I don't even know who that was, but that was really good. And I probably would have gone to Emory if I'd gotten in. I applied to a couple other schools that I didn't get into. And it's true, now I look at my life and I think like, wow, if I hadn't gotten in to Kenyon, if I'd gone to a different college, or if I had gotten in to the school that I wanted to get in, like if I had gotten into like another school that I applied to that I didn't get into, and I had gone there instead, like my life would be very different now. I probably wouldn't have moved to Chicago, which meant like Sarah and I wouldn't have reconnected, which meant like I, wouldn't have the life that I have, and I would have some some different life. And when you're deciding what college to go to, that kind of like that sliding doorsness of everything can feel really intense and overwhelming, and it can feel like the life that you're going to have has changed dramatically because you didn't get into this school that you really wanted to get into. And I have a lot of I get why that's heartbreaking, and also that like it sucks to get rejected. And for a lot of people, the first major professional rejection of their lives is not getting into a college. And like it's a bad feeling to have a college say like, we don't think that you would add enough to our student body to let you pay $25,000 a year to be here, like, or whatever they cost now. I bet they cost significantly more than $25,000 a year. But here's what I would say. Two things. First off, you can get a good education at a lot of colleges. And I do think that sometimes the fetishization of certain colleges, of the Ivy Leagues, of the most, prestigious or difficult to get into liberal arts colleges, which now probably includes Kenyon. I do think that, like, you lose something in that. Like, you lose a... I mean, to be frank, you lose students like me, for one thing, right? Because like I wasn't going to get into Harvard or Northwestern. Like I wasn't a good student. I would like to think I was an interesting kid. Like I think I had like intellectual interests and curiosities, and I was passionate, but I was not a good student, and I wasn't a particularly good test taker. And like, I was never going to get into the schools like that with my GPA and with my test scores. I didn't even apply to those schools. I would have liked to go to them, but I knew enough to know that I was never going to get into them. And so I think like I absolutely understand the feeling of, well, like that it just sucks to be rejected no matter the context, right? Like even when I don't want something, if I don't get it, I'm mad, like. Every year I don't get invited to Hogwarts, I'm like baffled and heartbroken, even though I don't want to be a wizard and would be very bad at that job and lack the physical courage necessary to participate in witchcraft and wizardry. But the thing that I would ask you to tell yourself is that you can get a good education at a lot of schools. And also, you don't know, and you never will, like which way your life would have gone, and whether that would have been better or worse, and in which ways it would have been better and worse, because, like, life is not, the idea that there's like one metric for success in life, or that your success in life is defined not just by like where you go to college, but like by what you do for a living, or by who you marry, or by whether you have children, or by whether or not you save money for your 401k, or whatever the current, like how many Instagram followers you have, whatever the current like kind of shorthands we've created to assign value to humans. Like all of those shorthands are BS, and like we kind of know that, right? Like I mean, I say that and you think like, yeah, of course I know that that's BS. Like the value of a human being is not defined by how many Instagram followers they have or whatever, or where they live, or the size of their house, or whatever else. But even though we all like know that intellectually, we all still internalize those systems of those like frankly capitalistic systems of valuing human life that are really deeply flawed. So you don't know how your life is going to go when you're 18, and you don't know what opportunities you're going to have as a result of going to college where you ended up going to college instead of like where you might have gone to college if you'd gotten in to a different set of schools. You just don't know. And so I would encourage you to think about the opportunities that you do have. If you have an opportunity, frankly, if you have an opportunity to go to college at all, that you're fortunate, really fortunate. In human history, you're on the far edge of fortunate. and even in like the contemporary world today, you're very, very fortunate. And so, like, think about that opportunity. Most colleges offer high quality educational experiences. Now, I do think in some places you have to like work harder to get those experiences. Like maybe, it isn't spoon fed to you as much at certain schools, but there are still lots of great professors and lots of great opportunities. Like Chris, many of you know, my best friend, went to Oklahoma Baptist University, a very different educational experience from the one I had. Oh my God, I've scored a magnificent goal. I am a genius. I mean, that was one of the greatest accomplishments in human history. I don't like to brag, but not since running water has a human innovation changed everything the way that the 4-3-3 false nine has changed everything for the AFC Wimbledon Wimbly Womblys. Look at this work of major American genius. It's Omarson, son of Omar, to John Green in off the near post, humiliating the goalkeeper by going near post on him. Goalkeeper gets a hand to it, but it's not nearly enough. And Mr. Managerinho is pumping his fist, partly to try to keep circulation going in his ancient heart. It's very exciting. Very, very exciting. John Green with another smash and grab goal, his 14th. He's scoring an average of almost once per game. This is magnificent. I'm almost in tears. 4-3-3 false nine. It changed everything. Go, do it again. Yes, by all means. You're a genius. There's no cut back. Oh my God. You can't stop me, and you can only hope to contain my bad celebrations. 4-3-3 false nine with Omarson, son of Omar, starting, and everything is different. I mean, is this even the same football club that was playing back in October and November? Look at this. Boom. Kabucha. Once again, the goalkeeper gets a hand to it. He's had a very bad game. By the way, many of you will be like, I noticed Rafa's kept 2 clean sheets in a row. And that's true, but I don't think he's made a save. And I know he hasn't muddied himself by diving, because that's not the kind of person he is. So yeah, I would just encourage you to try to be hopeful about the future. And I mean, in everything, like, we are all constantly having to, I mean, this is like part of adulthood, that you're constantly having to like remake yourself and redefine your definitions of like what good looks like. Like for me, one example of this, I can't believe I didn't score there. It's John Green with his head. It's a slow motion goal. It's a hat trick. It's John Green with the rugby celebration, and everything is beautiful and nothing hurts. I mean, look at this. It's John Green to Anoma, who takes the shot, and then John Green with the header, and it's so far. The goalkeeper is in such a poor position that even though it's not a great header, it goes in the back of the net, and now you get the game ball at the end of the game. You get to take it home to baby JJ. I'm so proud of you. You look terrible in the rain, but I'm absolutely delighted for the entire Green Nay Bennett family. Yes, it's the golden age, the Wimbly Womblys. So what I was going to say, though, is that, like, I had this ear infection, weird ear thing, like 3 years ago. And as a result of that, like, I'm going to have some vertigo for the rest of my life. And I've got to, like, I've got to deal with that the best way I can. And there's always things like that that's an extremely minor example, but it happens to be bad today. And also, like, when your vestibular system doesn't work, it actually is a huge pain in the ass. More pain in the head, but it's a huge pain. And you make it work. You go on, you find a way, and I know that you will. There's John Green with the match ball. Speaking of finding a way, from failing to beat Middlesbrough to this moment, it's just magical. That's a very strange shirt animation. Oh, I'm tempted to roll back the tape on you so you can see what that shirt was doing. Can I see an instant replay of what that shirt was doing? No. They don't offer that. Never let the shirts get wet in FIFA 18. And good luck at college. That's my advice. Best wishes.